So here we are getting started, of course, full of hope. We have to cope. Normally it should be positive, and it will be, surely. Always remember and never forget that one small positive thought in the morning can change your entire day. Give it a try. Have faith. Be the best version of yourself. And always say, yes, I can. Never forget that, and as it is said, success comes in cans, not in cans. So here is our message for all, of course, and hopefully you will follow us and you will be glad and everybody will sing songs of success. Okay, good. For our revision, if you want, we will have 3 main parts. Let's follow. What are they? They're going to be as such. So, we're going to start with what you call a summary of the main points in all the courses of our textbook. Okay, namely, including vocabulary, grammar, structure, functions, main ideas, etc. So it's an overall view for all our textbook. Of course, because all exams start from our curriculum, from our, if you like, the syllabus we have in our textbooks. So a summary of the main points is crucial, is needed, and it will be helpful, surely. Of course, this is, if we can name it, the theoretical part of our work. Next, and as follows, you see here, we're going to have a second big part that many pupils are waiting, right, apprehensively waiting for, which is going to be based on main activities and sample of back tests and back exams. Okay, of course, along with what we call keys, answers. Here we are going to present and to give you different samples from different back, if you like, exams, tests, all right, that your friends and, okay, pupils like you, all right, got or took in previous years. And from those samples and from those activities, we are going to deduce, to make remarks, to refresh our memories, to have, if you like, the keys, the fruit of all what is needed. All right, here we move into what we call the practical part. Of course, we're going to divide it into different parts. For the English, if you like, subject, is going to be, as everybody knows, divided into 3 main components. The reading comprehension part with all its sub-points, and of course we're going to provide you with techniques and procedures, how to capture and how to, if you like, make sure that you're going to give a positive answer, a correct, let's say, okay, undoubtedly, all right, with no doubts, you're going to guarantee a good answer. You're not going to enter the danger zone or the, okay, we're going to doubt and they're going to accept my answer, not accept my answer. This is, of course, just follow us with our tips, still based on previous back exams. All right, but we're going to start maybe for the English subject, it's going to be the same, if you like, type of questions for both, arts branch for like students, and all the others, okay, science, right, computer sciences, biology, right, all the others, okay, management, and right, those are going to be, of course, welcome, all of you. You are all welcome. Good. So here we're going to take the 3 parts: language, okay, and we provide you with different tasks, types of questions, how to handle, how to manage, how to answer and guarantee a nice, if you like, score. Then, of course, it goes without saying, and needless, of course, to mention, that you need certain tips, pieces of advice, recommendations, what to do, what not to do, what to avoid, what to keep. All right, and of course, maybe you need that's the sort of motivation that we start to say, yes, we can, and yes, we will reach it, and yes, we'll get it, and yes, we'll make it to the top. Here we are, dear pupils. So these are our 3 main parts, okay? All right, so here is the 3rd part. You see, it's going to be based on, as you see there, okay, useful tips. All right, as for the other one, based on, of course, all right, and then the other here, course. That's, of course, here, as I told you, you're going to have samples all, okay, taken from language, okay, with all the different types of questions, okay, all right, of course, reading, comprehension, the other one, the writing component, of course, with all its sub points and sub branches. So here, of course, we are going to help you, and if any suggestions, any remarks, any questions, you are always welcome. Okay, so let's start, and let's get started, if you like, with the first part. Of course, as everybody knows, we have 4 different units. Unit number 1, unit number 2 in our textbook, holidaying, our chosen holidaying. The second one, be it education matters. The third one, that's about creative minds and inventive minds. And finally, about everything which is life issues. So we're going to start with, if you like, tackling or handling or, of course, getting or make a flashback to our main points. We start with the main points, all right, language part. Okay, follow us. All right, be with us together. Okay, so, and let's remember, as you see, it's a way of summary, it's a recapitulation. Okay, that's it. So, as you see, we already know, but we're going to remember. We need to remember. Let's start. Okay, good. Here we are. As you see, dear pupils, here, it's going to be a focus on language. All right, as mentioned previously, you see, start with language and mainly those units. All right, 1 and 2. 3 and 4 are getting ready too. Okay, unit number 1, archos and holidaying. Here, my dear pupils, it's as if everybody is having a textbook, as if you're going to, like, turn the pages through your memory. Okay, just see the main words. Does not mean that's all, but if you like, lexical, all right, focus. The items, if you like, we focused on previously, the main vocabulary with definitions, synonyms, antonyms, forms, word formation, word derivation, and so on and so forth. Of course, you're going to I advise you personally to put your textbook in front of you and turn your pages. This is it, of course, theoretically. With us, all right, we're going to do it hand in hand. So let's start and let's follow unit number 1, lexical focus and main vocabulary. All right, it's going to be a focus on vocabulary first. It's not all, that's first as a starting point. All right, together. So we're going to be, of course, given words, their synonyms, their antonyms, phrases sometimes. Okay, here I don't need to tell you that's lesson number 1 or lesson number 2. That's okay, it goes automatically, all right, and it goes without saying. But if you need, why not? Let's remember. Good. As a first main word, okay, maybe already known, the adjective exciting. All right, okay. Being interesting as opposite to, you see, something which is, if you want, boring or monotonous or plain. And here, of course, you may use this word when you are talking about something that you like, that you admire. All right, here we are. Okay. Right. This is as a starting point. Booking. Of course, now everybody knows that booking for a holiday, book a ticket, etc., meaning that fact of making reservation. Right, and here I'm going to mix with the book that you have in your hands. So here it can be, all right, a noun form. I book for my holiday. So here we can have the verb to book. As a verb form. Okay, host. And here, person who receives people. And there we are with the verb form, to host as well. All right, that's maybe the first part. Here, when we talked about, if you remember, space tourism, we talked about exorbitant prices, meaning very costly, meaning very expensive, if you see, right? So here, lesson number, I think 2, space tourism, unit number 1. And there, when we talked about means of transport, we talked about what is named as a space shuttle, spaceship, space rocket. All right, that's as means of transport. All right. Mainly right here referring to when you want to travel to space. All right, I'm talking that's what well to do. That's who's going to afford pay for such a trip, for example, or such a travel are going to be the well-to-do, namely the rich. And here it's an adjective form. Here is our word. Okay, here is another word. Here is the other one. Here is the other one. Right, nice, good. Talking about to make face off, fight or cue. Right, to make footwork. Right, to have a strong position. All right, what emerging. All of those words were seen in space tourism. All right, okay. What's to afford? All right, good. To afford, all right, to afford, to pay for something. And we say, for example, okay, affordable. All right. And as you see here, it's a suffix related to adjectives. Here, of course, you say well-to-do can afford, all right, to pay or to book for a space flight. There we are. Okay, good. Okay. A deal. Make a deal. All right, that's an agreement. Okay. Of where? Here we entered into another lesson, which is I chose. A foyer is a place, an entrance. Yes, good. Remember all these words. Performance. Here it's a noun with the verb perform. Stardom, when we talked about Céline Dion, right? The fact of being at the level of star, a level of importance. Prowess. So here we are with the nouns. You see? It's important to know the form of your word. Prowess, that's, as you see, a skill. But here it's a noun for something. Right. A celebrity. Celebrity can be, all right, fame or renown. All right, we can say a celebrity. All right, it refers to a person. So pay attention, especially with noun forms, because sometimes they're going to be given nouns for something, which we call general noun, and nouns for people. Right. Here you have to pay attention, for example, when you are filling in blanks, or when you are asked to put the right form. Okay, is it a noun to, okay, referring to something or an event, or etc. A noun referring to someone. Just care. Of course, you can wonder or ask how? Through your context. Okay, for example, here we have a celebrity. That's a person, and celebrity, the fact of being famous, known, renowned. All right. So it's very helpful when handling with language tasks. Maybe you are going to come across those words when we start the second part, when we have activities to practice. Good. Let's follow on. Good. Right. Good. Faith, still with the immortality song Céline Dion. To have faith, that's to have trust and confidence in oneself. All right, and here, please, dear pupils, I would like to draw your attention. That's trust can work as verb, as noun too. So, but a general noun, of course. Okay. So, trust someone, or to have trust, self-trust, etc., self-esteem. But pay attention. For to have faith or confidence, you need the preposition in. Followed, maybe this is a key word when you are, for example, filling in blanks or something like that. As well as confidence, okay? It goes with this one too, right? Have confidence in. Good. And we talked about fate. That's fate, that you have nothing to do about fate because it's your destiny. That's something maybe you have no choice, right, about. And we talk about the word sorrow. Here, of course, we come across this word with Immortality song, and if you remember the Winter's Tale, the tale of Shakespeare, here I, of course, talk with art students because, oh, maybe both, yes, because that part which you are going to have something about Shakespeare. It's not only sadness, but extreme sadness, a lot of sadness, okay? It's a feeling, you see, and it's a general noun. Eternity, and here something is eternal, immortal. Here I draw your attention, all right, that's okay, for example, we say the opposite is mortal. Mortality. Okay, right. Now, what about adjective? Eternal. You see here? Adjective form. Then we start to talk, if you remember, the walking tour. All right, that's in the lesson where we are going to have a tour. And of course, one of the parts where you have the map, if you remember, in your textbook. Just have a look at your textbook and you will see that lesson where you have the map, where you have the different, if you like, parts of the United Kingdom of Britain. And I don't want you to forget what's the United Kingdom of Britain and what's Great Britain. Okay, Great Britain is all of it, including Ireland, including, all right, the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, if you remember, that's Scotland, England, Wales. If you add Ireland and etc., that's Ireland, etc., we have the British Isles, all right, and of course here I draw your attention to remember that. Maybe you are going to be asked one day, who knows? Okay, and what's island, what's isles, etc. And what are, if you like, the different parts that compose Great Britain and the United Kingdom. And here, if you remember, these are a few words and items taken from that lesson, especially when we talked about the Edinburgh Festival. And Edinburgh is a famous city and a very famous festival, right? International festival, of course, in Scotland. Scotland, which is part of United Kingdom and, of course, part of Great Britain. So let's see what are the main words. So here is just right, a small recall, for like, etc., back to that lesson. Maybe you will know why I'm mentioning this now. Everything is useful. We are not just, all right, accumulating words or ideas, but we are also getting knowledge. Right, good. Right, so let's follow on. And in that lesson, where we talked about the borders. The borders here, talking, of course, about, as well, we can call them the frontier. We talk about the frontier, the limits. And also we have here maybe working here as verb and no. Okay, right, that's word. Okay, and we talked about, I told you, different parts, for example, of Great Britain or the constituent part of something. And we talked about that word, which is called cosmopolitan. Cosmopolitan, that means continents, right? For example, cosmopolitan city, right? Containing people from all corners of the world, right? Different races. For example, Tunis, the capital city, is a cosmopolitan city where you have people from different regions, okay, from different races. There it is. Right, so cosmopolitan, including different people from different races and etc. that live at that place. Maybe with, of course, maybe because it's with, different services or for one reason or another. That city is going to be cosmopolitan. That's a word that's also we met at that same lesson too. All right, let's get back again. Venues, and this is another word we learned there. Right? What do you mean by venues? Here maybe it's a new word. Right? Okay, good. All right, you see there places where shows are going to be put and, all right, shown. Good. Here it's an adjective. Spectacular. If you remember, that's an adjective. Right, and everybody knows that's amazing, marvelous. And here we have the word exhibition. All right, that's collection of works, all right, etc. and shown to the public. And the verb is to exhibit. Okay, we have famous exhibitions, for sometimes books, clothes, etc. So things and collections of works that may be shown to the public. Right, and there we come to the very famous lesson of, and that word, and here that phrase, that expression, what's a package? Package. All in all, here this word is now used in different, if you like, contexts. Even different people from different languages and from different origins use this word, which is a package. It's like when putting everything in a package. All right, right. So to putting it all in all, inclusively. All right. So here we talk about a package holiday, a package tour, a package trip. What's a package holiday, a package tour, package trip? So here you see we are making collocations. That means words that go together. Maybe when you see this in a blank feeling exercise, it's going to, okay, to ring a bell. It's going to make a flash, a light for you. It's an indication. That word that can go with trip, with holiday, with tour. That's meaning organized, not individual. That's maybe a travel agency is going to provide you with package tours, with package holidays. So here we are, and it's also a key word if you remember that lesson. All right, okay, so good. All right, so as you see, tour, organized, okay, in which you travel normally with a group. All right, and of course, needless to make you remember those words like tour, like trip, like holiday, etc. Okay, good. Or sometimes we have the word residence. It's where to live, right? Where reside, dwelling, right? Also, we have the word, if you remember the word, accommodation, especially, okay, here in this context, where we're going to stay, hotels, motels, okay, a cottage, etc. That's accommodation, a place where to spend certain, of course, days, moments, etc. So here we are. So here residence, it may be, I mean, your home, right? Accommodation, it may be just for a short duration or something like that. Okay, let's follow on. All right, okay. And if you remember, we talked about what you call cyber trip. And of course, here is a key word, right? This is a collocation too. Cyber. What's a cyber? That's via the net. Now, as of course the word is becoming a small village, as it is always said and mentioned, that we can, okay, travel all over the world just sitting at your place. How? Through or via the net. This is what you call a cyber trip. All right, okay, you get enjoyed, you see what's happening there and here and there. Okay, that's through the click, and you have your cyber tour, cyber trip. Okay, that's it, good. There we have the word schedule. What's a schedule? I would like you always also to remember that word, a schedule, right, or to schedule. Normally that's something programmed or, okay, that's something planned. All right, that's okay, a calendar. You can also have the word on schedule. All right, at announced or expected time. Okay, here we are. All right, another word that I'd like you as well to remember. Okay, head to, right? That's to go, to move towards a place, right? Discount. Everybody would like to have a discount. What's a discount, or to make discount, etc.? That's you pay at a reduced price. Okay, for example, below the normal price, okay? All right, so here, for example, hurry up, there is a discount. Let's book now. We will pay less because there is a discount. It's one word. Okay, good. All right. Then admission. We talk here about admission phase or being admitted. All right. That's a noun, as you see. Okay. The act of allowing. All right. So there you have a permission to enter. Okay. Here we are. Good. Then we move to Shakespeare, for example, who was a playwright. Look here, pay attention with the spelling. It's right, right, and right. What's a playwright? That's a dramatist. A person writes plays, okay, for drama, for theater. Okay, all right. Then we enter, okay, Shakespeare and the Winter's Tale here, and they have the word, that's verb, to rule, to govern, to beg, okay, beg you, to ask for a favor. Oh, here, pay attention with this word, to try someone, as Hermione was tried. Here, pay attention, in the context of a court by the judge, okay, to judge, to sentence, all right. Pay attention for this word, okay, good, because we have the verb to try, but here not in this context. Here it's at the court, at the tribunal, and also the same word here we have the word trial. So here, please, dear pupils, always you pay attention to what is your context. To try someone or to sentence someone, don't say try, that means I make an essay. Here it's in the domain of a court, okay, the judge, the tribunal, maybe punishment, criminals, or maybe guilty and innocent. So there we are. We have said to try someone, okay, not to give it a try, all right? Good. And there you have the word to have suspicious, to be suspicious or to have suspicion, etc. To suspect, that's to doubt someone, not to, right? Not to be sure that something is there. So let's follow on there. Good. Suspect. Okay, that's to have doubt. Suspicious is the adjective form, if you see. That's to be doubtful. All right, good. I have the word here, as you see here, dear pupils. We have this word, and needless to say, that's an adverb. Just I would like to remind me of that adverb, how to make adverbs. Of course, adverbs are made as such. You have your adjective form, and there is ly in the end, and of course this makes your adverb form. So please, but always you pay attention, please, dear pupils, don't tell me there are always exceptions, because there are always irregular form, I mean words, like some adverbs are going not to apply or okay to respond to this let's say 95-99% rule. So when you have this ly, normally it's an adverb form. This is, you may wonder why I'm giving you this information. Just you may find it one day you are asked to put a right form, and in that context, for example, you need an adverb, or you are asked to fill in a blank with a certain word, and there is a need of an adverb. So here you are. This is just an indicator. I mean, at the end of a word you are going to have the ly. Normally it's, for example, usually shameful, shamefully, hopeful, hopefully, and so on and so forth, right? So there we are, okay? We move on. Let's move on. And there we are going to see the second unit, the famous education, She's always there, and we are here because we want to be educated. We don't want to be ignorant. So education matters is our second unit, and still we're going to proceed with the same way, the same way. That means the main vocabulary of that, if you like, unit. Here, plenty of items, may be known, may be new. Okay, so let's follow together, but let's remember them. It's very important to remember them and to, put them in our, if you like, to stock them, like you save them in your memory. Maybe one day you will come across and you will find that it's very nice to review or to make your revision and to remember such words. All right, so here we start with a very famous saying that education is the movement. So you see, I like this quote. All right, that saying, that quote, if I like that quotation, that education is a movement from darkness to light. Yes, how nice to be bright, sorry, how nice to shine, how nice to move, right? You see, it's a process, it's a movement. So here don't hurry, but take your time, but have it. And right, go for it. There we are. That's why we are together there. So education is the movement from where to where, from night, from black, from darkness into light, into sun, into brightness. All right, so here just something to motivate you, to motivate all of us, all right, about the importance of education. And here is our unit. Let's see what's the main vocabulary, words, phrases, expressions, collocations, etc. that are necessary and maybe helpful, all right, and very useful, of course, to remember. Together? Okay, good. There we are. Okay, so here we have that word, attend. Normally here in the context of education, we attend a course, we attend a class, we attend the school, we enroll, we join. All right, yes, to be present. And here is our noun for. We could say, for example, school attendance. They can collocate there. Let's write it in a better way. Okay. Or class attendance. Okay. There is trouble there. Here is my word. Okay, good. Right. And we talked, if you remember here in lesson number 1, when we talked about, all children, because they are the future. So educated child and the future will follow. So because this is a priority. Very nice, good. And it is a noun form. Right, that means a very important thing. Right, and we have, of course, to provide children with, it's not to deprive, because to deprive is a bad thing, right, to deprive someone of something, right? But we have to provide them. The noun is provision, right, good. We don't have to deny the children their rights, okay? We have to give them their rights, okay? All right. Example. Many children are denied Okay, passive form. The right. Okay. 2. Okay. A good schooling or a good education. That means not given. So we have to work hard to provide them with their rights. So we have to provide them. All right. Good. For example, just a simple example, to use these two words in contexts. All right, and we have the word, maybe everybody knows, to pass an exam. Pay attention for this word. I would like you to pay attention because many pupils, if you want, confuse the French word pass or passer, sorry, the exam. In English, pass an exam, that means you have a positive result, already good, right? So here, pass an exam, that means succeed, opposite of fail. The other one means to sit for an exam, to take an exam, to have an exam, to answer the exam, etc. To be assessed for the exam, etc. So please, dear pupils, care and watch out for that word, that special word that you confuse with, okay, this is in, right, intra-languages or that's what you call it, all right? So here, pass an exam, succeed, you got it, nice, right, good. So let's develop. All right, good. Because we have the other one, let me put it for you, I don't not to forget. We have sit for an exam. Okay, that means take an exam. That's another word. Okay, but if you succeed, that's pass. Nutrition, of course, if you want to write, help them, keep them, provide them with nutrition. Good. So you have to give them nutritious food, meaning healthy and nourishing food or meals. Yes, is there a relation between food and education? Yes, surely. If they don't have a decent, if they don't have a healthy, if you like, diet, or if they don't get what to eat, they're not going to be ready for education. This is what was said in that lesson, all right? Agree. Boost, all right? Okay, and here it's to ameliorate, make better. So here it's a positive thing, all right? Or I have the word practical. Okay, right. Here you see it's adjective form. Antonym, theoretical. That's a candidate, all right? Candidate, that's someone who's going to take or to sit for the exam, right? Opposite is the examiner, the one who is going to assess. All right, good. Right, maybe here is a new word, to enroll. Normally in the context of schooling, right? It goes with schooling. We talk about school enrollment, right? If you remember, in the context of holidaying and going on a travel and etc., if you remember, we talked about booking, to book for a holiday, okay, to make a reservation. But here you don't, you register for, okay, a school or university or something like that, that is enrolled. You may wonder, sometimes you're going to come across with a double L. It doesn't matter. Here British English and there is American English spelling. Sometimes there is, okay, a small difference in spelling words, all right? So, okay, it's, don't say it's wrong. All right, double L or one L. Enrollment is the noun form. So the fact of making your registration, okay, in order to join school. That's a new word as well. Okay, good. Here we are. Yes. Good. That's we need to have a good rate or a good percentage. Okay, right. We want to have a rate or percentage. Good. Here it's something negative. That many people drop out. And we call them the dropouts. Here, drop out, to drop. Okay, to leave, to abandon. All right. The fact of not finishing school. All right. The fact of quitting one's study. Okay, drop, a drop out, a drop out. All right, we refer to the person, someone. All right, we have this adjective, illiterate. That's the fact of being not educated. Okay. The fact of being, if you like, ignorant, right? Right, literate. And the noun form is, you see the noun form is literacy, illiteracy. All right, good. Now with our new ways and of course new methods, modern learning, or what we call online. This is what we are doing together, as nice as it is. A blessing, isn't it? It is. All right, you see this expression? It goes together. That means distance, right? Virtual, cyber, if you remember that word, electronic. All right, good. Okay, far away. So you can be there, sitting comfortably, all right, wherever you want. And you are at the same time learning, as you are doing now. And this is what's called virtual schooling, virtual school, virtual learning, electronic learning, distance learning, cyber learning, and of course that lesson, if you remember, which is unit number 2, lesson number 3, what we talked about virtual learning or virtual schools or online learning. Of course, here not only number 3, even number 4 is there. Online learning, that can be helpful, that can be a blessing, that can be, of course, it solves different problems, okay? It's an option, it's an appeal for people who have different, okay, this is, we're going to say it when we reach another part of in our revision, which is going to be the main ideas we use in writing. So wait for that, right? Don't hurry, we're going to come to that. Online learning, which is distant, cyber, okay, modern, as opposed to conventional or traditional, okay, classic, right? Good, here we are. Of course, there you need a computer. You need to log on, right? Or to get connected, right? Computer and computer system, right? And of course, it may be an option and a good solution for those who are going to be bullied. Bullying, what's that word? That's all right. Here, of course, something that nobody wants, right? Something which is going to be frightening, something which is going to, right, to enhance fear, hurt, someone who is weaker than you. What's the trouble? Frighten, all right? So the verb is to bully. All right, a bully, all right? So that's it, and all right, that's it. So maybe online learning is a good measure to, okay, to maybe reduce that trouble. Bustling is another word. What's bustling? When you are in a hurry, when you are moving, all right, and you are busy, all right, in a busy or hurried, you are in a hurry, right, with a crowd. That's maybe also online learning may solve those troubles of being bullied and being, of course, there, okay, having to bustle. Bustling, yes, right, that's it. All right, good. I mean to text. It's not to read the text, no, but it's to use a machine, mainly your computer, all right, and to write, all right, using especially on your computer. That's called texting. All right, to text or to write on machine. Okay, appeal. What's an appeal? That's an attraction, right? Here it's a noun form. Okay, something which is interesting. Right, look at this expression, time commitment. All right, time commitment. That's the time needed. All right, the time you need, the time you have to devote to do something. All right. So here, because it's related with time, and here is right. Something compulsory. Yeah, sure. Education is compulsory, right? Which means obligatory, necessary. And here we are with an adjective form. All right. Here, grade. Oh, sorry for that. Okay. All right. We talk about level or grade or rank. That's the form you are in. Fourth level, fourth graders. Okay. Yeah. All right, and we're talking here. You see, normally we're using to hold a school. We have a schooling. Yeah, why not? Can use it. Right, schooling. Schooling. Right. That's the fact of studying or the duration of one's study. Yes, that's it. All right, so it says something distant. Here it's an adjective. Remote, far away. Okay, here we have rely on and as a verb. All right, to count on. Right, and we have the word someone is self-reliant. That means autonomous, doing, okay, to count on himself. All right, and here I like this adjective, outstanding. Right, that means brilliant, excellent, smart. Right, okay, here we are. Okay, right, good. All right, the word scheme, if you remember the scheme when we talked about HR, lesson number 6. All right, here we talked about a plan, a project, a survey, a study, right? All of them are noun form. Okay, all right, good. I'm going to talk about the verb assess, all right? And then we are using it in a verb context. All right. That's the fact of evaluation. Test someone's competence. And the noun form is assessment. Right, okay? We assign a test in order to assess pupils, in order to evaluate, evaluation. All right, we talk about potential. We're going to see this word potential in different lessons, all right? Potential. We're going to see it in women's managers. That's when we come to unit number 3. We are going to see it in, of course, when we have their potentials, all right? That's meaning their competence, their ability to do something that may be developed. All right, through work and etc. So that word is also important. Potential, it's a noun form, all right, to have a potential. Okay, there we are. Potential, the ability that may be developed, all right. Oh yeah, you have this word, watchdog. What's a watchdog? Watchdog, you see, as a word watch, that's it. A person who protects people's right, okay, to watch for their right, but not a dog that as a dog, metaphorically talking. And to talk about monitor, here is as a verb word, control. Tackle an issue. Look at this expression. I like it too. And it's positive to try to find a way, to find measures, to solve. You see this expression? That can be collocation that go together. Right. I'm going to talk about the word permanent. And there is an adjective there. Permanent, that means everlasting. All right. Right. Okay. As opposite to, okay, temporary. Here we are with adjective forms. Okay, there are dog. Okay, when we talk about lifelong learning, or okay, venture, okay, right? Adult learning, confined. That's to be limited to or restricted to, all right? Or the word adjust. Well, you want to adjust, okay, to make adaptation. All right, to adapt, and that's a verb. And I have the new word venture. All right, and that's it. Still in the same lesson. That's an activity involving risks. It's a venture, so okay, something that you want to do, like an adventure. Right, we have genuine. Genuine, that means authentic, something, all right, close to real life. Okay. Not out of imagination or something like that, but it's genuine. All right. Okay, pay attention here. We talk about vocation and not vacation. All right. Okay, for the spelling, vocation. All right, meaning professional career. We talk about something. See, look at this word, catch-a-four. Catch-a-four. That's a provide with. You see? And here, all right, here it has to go down. This word there. There we are. For this word, please, it has to go here. All right. So here it's maturity. For growth. All right. Mentally, physically, all of it. We're becoming mature is the adjective. That's maturity, all right? It comes with age, comes with experience, with education, absolutely. There we are. Good. Merely, as you see here, here we start to jump a little high. As I told you previously, you see this adverb? Here. That's it. Merely, simply. Good. Okay, good. We talk, if you remember, when we talked about Alexander Graham Bell and helping those who have impediments or those who have handicaps, like, for example, we talk about defects. For example, we have the deaf, those who cannot hear, the dumb, those who cannot speak, the blind, those who cannot see. So these are people. Okay, they have impediments. We talk about stammer. That's what's the fact of stammering. Those people who have problem, all right, in speaking, having difficulties to speak, to stammer, a stammer. Right. As opposed to look at the opposite word, elocution. All right, the fact of speaking. Okay, here it's something else. clearly and effectively, not trouble there. Okay, there we have queer, strange. Okay. Adjective, rationally, as I told you, dear pupils, previously, that with adverbs you're going to have the the ly. Look at this expression, to be no stranger to something, that's to be familiar with something. Okay, here we are. Okay, as far as the main words, the main lexics, if you write the main vocabulary, unit number 1 and unit number 2 are concerned, there it is. And of course, I hope it was clear, right? Of course, does not mean that's all, that's 100% all the vocabulary, but the main vocabulary, that's maybe some of them are crucial or new, some of them are already known, but that's it, that's a thorough, if you want, right? And all in all, if you want, just small remark. You may wonder why we need all this. So it's very useful and it's necessary. If it's there, that means it's not just for nothing. It's not just to enjoy. Yes, it's to get to learn. It's to get informed. Yes, but it's also to put and to save and to stock, like a stock, to store, right, in your memories. Okay, it's very important to remember them. You're going to be used in vocabulary exercises, in tasks like fill in the blanks, activities. You may need nouns, you need form of a word, right? You may need antonym of a word. You may need, okay, through context, parallel word, synonym of a word. You may need collocations, words that can go together. You may need that word, that preposition there. So these are going to be indicators. So just go through your list, and when one day tested or assessed, all right, you will see the importance of such activities. All right, and here we are for this first part. Okay, just wait for us for what's coming next. Thank you.